people get in here, I have to kind of like, yeah, 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 yeah. So, okay, the girl won't go away. Better now. Better. Okay. Man, so the X-Men 97 finale, I should say. So far this season of X-Men was superb. I truly enjoyed the season. First of all, this is the best Marvel has done for a while. And I'm trying to say, I don't want to say that because of they played off nostalgia with me because of, you know, X-Men resonates with me as it does with a lot of us that watched the 90s X-Men. But they got me with this one. And I gotta say, man, this was like a very well written, well crafted show. And there's a lot of things to unpack. First of all, the story. Episode 5 was probably like the best thing I ever seen in a long time. I cried when Gambit died. That hurt. That hurt deep. That hurt me so deep that I couldn't believe it. I didn't think an animation made me feel that way in a long time. I ain't felt that way since Simba when Mufasa died in Lion King. I mean, that Gambit dying that affected. I was like, wow, this is from a cartoon. Like I couldn't believe what I was watching, and that episode was fantastic. If that don't win an Emmy, then I don't know what to say off of that. They should get nominated for an Emmy for that. But from episode 5 on up, I mean, like I'm like everybody else. Okay, they starting off good. It's cool, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But when episode 5 came, that's when things started turning up a lot. And I gotta say, like, man, that episode was fire. And I just wasn't expecting it to be that great. If you coming in, appreciate you stopping through. We're talking about X-Men 97, the last season. That episode 5, Magneto and Rogue, I didn't see that coming, but I think in one of my comic books that I read that they had a little thing with each other. So yeah, that, and then Cable finally revealing that he's Scott's son and Madeline Pryor. It was so much to unpack. Everything I read in the comic books, all of it happened, and I can appreciate Bo DeMaio for bringing all that in. And yeah, man, this season was great, man. I want to address some things about. It's a couple things I want to address. First of all, what y'all think? Did Morph have a secret romance with Wolverine? Did he really make that like a thing? Like, did Morph have some feelings towards Wolverine? Or was I just saying that for myself? Because it felt like Morph had a little thing for him. I think that Bo DeMaio wanted to make that. First of all, he made Morph non-binary. And in the original one, it clearly was saying that Morph was a guy. But it just says that the Morph and Wolverine situation was a little weird. And it was like, okay, is he... And then I read a tweet, he said that, yeah, Morph had some feelings for Wolverine. I was hoping that it would stay more towards the friendship thing, but it was just like, man, I didn't think it was going to be like that. So, that caught me off guard. But overall, though, the Scott Sermon and Jean Grey situation was well written. It's a little soap opera, but that's okay. We need a little soap opera in the whole superhero genre. The Avengers showing up in the episode, I thought that was great foreshadowing, because what's gonna happen is that I feel like we're gonna get the X-Men versus the Avenger. We're not gonna get that live action, but we're gonna get that anime action. And I think that was all just foreshadowing on what's to come. So I thought kudos for them for doing that, and that was pretty dope too. But yeah, when I saw Cap and then Rogue, I think people forget Rogue used to be like, I guess you could call her a bad guy. Rogue used to be on one back in the day. I remember that episode where from the 90s where Rogue was like going in and like robbing and doing all this stuff like that. She was a rebel, but until like Professor Charles Xavier, but before she got the powers she got, because for most people that don't know, she got her powers from Captain Marvel, and yeah, she went back to her old roots, because when she lost Gambit, she lost a part of herself. That hurted her a lot. And you know what I'm saying? I thought that was well put together and well crafted. So yeah, man. I saw a few people show up, but I'm gonna just keep talking. Yeah, so far I love what they did with this. I was trying to go live yesterday. I just didn't really know how to do it, but like now I know how to kind of like put it together. I'm gonna start doing more of these live streams, and yeah. Another thing, I felt like Bastion, and I said this in my YouTube video if y'all seen it. I feel like Bastion was okay, but I felt like he wasn't just the villain to use, but I felt like he was okay. He wasn't like nothing special. You dig what I'm saying? So, but he was okay. I was hoping for more from him, a little bit more. But I mean, you know, he was okay. He was okay. It wasn't bad. Let's see what else I want to say. Sinister. Sinister is always Sinister. And Sinister still didn't die. So that means we're gonna get more Sinister later down the line. He will find a way to get himself back to where he was. Trust me, he will find a way to get himself back to where he was. And so that's one thing I can say that I enjoyed. So yeah, man. I love the episodes. I loved everything about it. I love every episode there was. The Jubilee episode was probably my least favorite, but it made up for the Storm getting her powers back. I thought that was a pretty dope thing, but I wish that episode would have just been more about Storm and about them bringing back Mojo. The Mojo thing was never my favorite from back in the 90s, where Mojo dragged all them into the TV show. I didn't really care too much about that episode. But Storm getting her powers back and the way he did it, I thought that was fantastic. Fantastic writing across the board with X-Men 97, okay? Fantastic. Yeah, hey, Lord, yeah, what's up, fam? Yeah, the Jubilee episode was not my favorite. I did not like it. It was my least favorite. But they made up for it with the Storm episode, which I can appreciate that. But the Jubilee episode was not my favorite at all. It was my least favorite one. Every other episode was fire. Bro, let's address the Morph and Wolverine thing. What you think, bro? You think that man had a little thing for Wolverine, bro? I'm trying to get my charger on here real quick. You think he had a little thing for Wolverine? Because let people telling in the room he had a little thing for Wolverine, which I didn't remember that being like a thing back in the day. But I was like, I mean, he did make the character non-binary, Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, nah, it can't be, huh? I just said, let me put this in so I can make sure I keep y'all on while I'm talking. Yeah, I didn't think so neither. And so yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that whole situation was just a hot mess. But Wolverine getting his adamantium ripped out of his body, that does happen in the comics. It he's gonna go full blown. I think he's non-binary. That's the cool. Yeah, he's non-binary, and that's cool. He made Morph non-binary. I done back in the day. Morph wasn't even. He was just a guy who could shapeshift. But in this, he made him non-binary. I'm okay with it. It wasn't too wild, but I was just like, I think they're doing too much. Where he was like turning to Jean, and then made Jean like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like telling him I love you. Da da da. I was like, okay, whatever. Um. So, Lord, I know I told y'all this, and my source was correct. To my source, I said, bruh, you definitely know. And by the way, my source works for Marvel, so I can't. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But my source was correct. That we're going into the age of apocalypse. Don't know why. We already seen the age of apocalypse before in the cartoons, but Gambit is gonna be part of the Four Horsemen, and that's a way to bring him back. So I said it, and I was right. I was right. All right. He's going back. We going back to the age of apocalypse. But them going to show apocalypse, I wasn't really surprised. Again, there's some things that I was just like, okay, you're going back to apocalypse. We could have did without apocalypse. I would have preferred them to go with someone else outside of apocalypse, maybe Nimrod. But I mean, Apocalypse is cool because we get to see Gambit again and maybe Nightcrawler's mother. Yeah, there was a lot of characters that was missing in this new season. We didn't see Juggernaut, we didn't see Mystique, we didn't see Archangel, we didn't see a lot of different people. So hopefully we get to squeeze them in. But it's just saying like he was more focusing on foreshadowing the Avengers because of we may be getting like the Avengers versus the X-Men cartoon. So it's saying like that's what he was more focusing on doing it. And I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. When she threw Cap's shield, I was tripping off of that. That was funny. That was hella funny. And yeah, man, I'm loving this, bro. And again, bro, thank you again for showing me how to do this. Like now I figured out how to do this now. But yeah, this season was gold, man. So the one thing I'm looking forward to on the next season is I hope they don't make the whole season about apocalypse. I can't go through that again. I hope they speed the apocalypse thing to maybe like 2 or 3 episodes, and then maybe go back to like them finding out that Robert Kelly. Oh yeah, we're gonna see more X-Men. I hope that they speed through the apocalypse thing on the new X-Men, but unfortunately we won't get X-Men 97 to the next 2 years, so we gotta wait again. The animation had to take some time. The animation was fantastic, fantastic. We gotta wait a little bit longer for the animation to come back again, but we're gonna have to wait a little while. Shit, I'm gonna be old as hell when the new thing come out. But yeah, man, this shit here was like gold. But now what I was saying is I hope they speed through Apocalypse and go to like Cap telling Robert Kelly to go ahead and send the missiles out. I want them to kind of cover that because, like I said, that was foreshadowing to me as to like them eventually going into like the Avengers versus X-Men. So that's where I think we heading, and that's where I think that we're going with this. And I personally want to see that. I want to see the X-Men and the Avengers duke it out. I really do. I really do. I don't want to see a live action yet because as far as I'm concerned, they don't have a live action team yet. They don't have a cast yet. So yeah, that's what I want to see. But yeah, man, I want to see. Yeah, I want to see that X-Men versus Avengers. Yeah, I want to see that shit, bro. That shit can. You got who you got winning between the two. I'm going with X-Men, bro. Come on now. I want the X-Men to win. I don't. The Avengers. Cap can't take Rogue. I don't think he can take Rogue. Yeah, I want the X-Men to win. I always been the side of X-Men. Like, I don't, I don't care nothing about them Avengers, man. I was when the Avengers movie was coming out, I was like, when Marvel decided to go cinematic, I was like, when y'all bringing in the X-Men, bro? I'm always on the side of X-Men. X-Men was my introduction to Marvel, and then I got to know Spider-Man and Cap. Well, I already knew Cap and Hulk, of course, but X-Men was like my official like Marvel introduction. Then I got into like other stuff. Oh yeah, and shout out to my boy Daredevil showing up in the episode too. I was so happy to see him. Man, y'all just don't know how much of a fan of Daredevil I am. Like, I can't wait for the new episode of Daredevil to come out, the Born Again. Marvel, I really hope Kevin Feige don't screw this shit up, bro. I really hope so. Yeah, this season was dope, bro. It's kind of bittersweet because right now I'm watching Blood of Zeus, but it's not the same as watching the X-Men each week. And so that, to me, that was just like the thing to do. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, man, I want to see more of that. You know what I'm saying? What else I want to address about the X-Men? Cable. Cable was my guy. I wish they would have done more with Cable. Yeah, hey, the Blood of Zeus hard, bro. Keep watching it. That joint is hard. I watched the first season. I think I'm gonna have to watch the first season again because there's a lot of stuff I don't remember. Cause there was a 2-year gap. I saw Blood of Zeus back in 2021. It's been 2 years, and I didn't see it. I haven't seen it in a while. So when I watched the first episode, I was like, damn, why I left off it? It's been a minute. So yeah, the Blood of Zeus is fire. But yeah, X-Men 97 was that was pure gold what they did with that, and Bo DeMaio need to bring him back. But going back to Cable, I'm a fan of Cable too. I wish they would have done a little bit more with him, but I'm glad that he got to. Scott Summers got to see his son for the first time, and they got to get to know each other a little bit better. I like the little pow they gave each other when they saw it, and yeah. But I wanted to see more Cable. I'm hoping that we get a standalone Cable movie or something in the near future. I want to see more Cable. You know what I'm saying? Cable was my guy. And then shout out to Nightcrawler too. Nightcrawler was. Hey yo, Nightcrawler my guy, bro. When I saw him with them 2 swords, I'm like, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nightcrawler is my guy. This is my personal favorite X-Men's, by the way. So y'all know. Wolverine, Gambit, Nightcrawler, and Cable. Those are like my personal favorites. And then I throw in Magneto too because I'm always on the side of Magneto. And when Magneto told Charles Xavier, yo, it's 3 words I want to give. But Cable was hard, but I did want to see more of him, but also to see more of Nightcrawler get some more shine. Yeah, I want to see more of Nightcrawler get more shine too, bro, because Nightcrawler was like, that's my boy, bro. That's my guy. The one thing I respect about Nightcrawler is that his religious beliefs, he brings a humanity to the X-Men that they need and bring them comfort. Like in the comics, he was always the go-to guy when they wanted to like talk about their personal problems. You saw how he dealt with Rogue, and I thought that was really good too. So yeah, Nightcrawler's my guy, man. That was like, I want to see more of him. I want to see more Cable. We really need a Cable standalone. We really do. I think like the X-Force alone is a good standalone within itself. So maybe with the revamping of this animation, maybe they'll go off and do like more with Cable in the X Force. So hopefully we get more of that because Cable's my guy. I got all the comics from Cable, and then like the Deadpool and Cable stuff is the gold too. Yeah, man. But I'm glad that Scott Summers got his shine on. I'm glad that Bo DeMaio didn't put too much focus on Wolverine. Wolverine's the fan favorite, but I think they realized that Wolverine has been like overshadowing the X-Men for a while, so they wanted to kind of like bring in other people outside of Logan to kind of give some more some more light to things. So yeah, yeah, I want to see more of Cyclops was the leader, and even though he showed that he still looked like a little cheesy a little bit, but I like that they showcased him being more of a leader to the X-Men and showing that when it comes down to it, he can get Shogun got renewed for season 2 and 3. I need to watch Shogun, bro. I'm BSing, bro. I'm bullshitting. I need to watch Shogun. I need to watch that. So my plan is I'm gonna get through the blood tomorrow. I'm going to see Kingdom of the Planet of Apes. I got a date tomorrow. Yeah, and we're going to see Kingdom of the Planet of Apes. I am so glad that she said she want to see that instead of Challengers. I discussed Challengers with y'all. That movie is some bullshit. It is trash. But here's the thing though. I'm gonna do a review on Kingdom of the Planet of Apes tomorrow, and then I'm gonna watch it. But going back to Challenger though, if you're a fan of Zendaya or you're a Euphoria fan and you like tennis, then this movie for you. But I'm neither. I like Euphoria, but I'm not a huge fan. So yeah, that movie was trash. But Planet of the Apes, I'm going to see it tomorrow, and then next week I'm going to see Furiosa. And in between that, I'm just gonna be catching up on Shogun, Blood of Zeus. A friend of mine told me to watch the Halo series. I'm gonna catch up on that. And Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer should be coming out soon, right? It's already out. I need to watch that. Yeah, that. Yeah, I want to see Demon Slayer. I gotta see that too. Oh, it's already out. Then yeah, I need to watch that too. Man, it's hard to consume content. So my schedule is crazy. I really need to be in bed right now because I work from like 5 a.m. to 1:30, and then when I get home, it's 40 minutes long. That's fine. I can watch that. You know what I'm saying? I can watch that. I gotta, man, my schedule is crazy, bro. Like, I get off at 1:30. I be want to take a little nap, and then when I get up, I gotta like put in so much energy into other things, so that way I can kind of like get stuff going. But yeah, I need to watch Demon Slayer. So I'm gonna be covering Shogun, Demon Slayer, and the movies I'm gonna go see, and yeah. But hey, look, this X-Men joint that I've been watching and covering, that's been fun. That's been a lot of fun. And I loved every episode except for the Jubilee one. That was like the weakest one. Everything else been superb writing, superb everything. And yeah, it's been a journey watching this joint. Like that Gambit episode got me, bro. When he died, I was like, fuck. I was like, damn. And she was like, Sugar, I can't feel you. I was like, whew. I was like, damn, bro. That was a tough episode to watch. My dude, that's my boy, man. So to see him go out like that hurt. That hurt deep. But yeah, man, so Shogun. Oh yeah, Magneto turned up. He turned up all the way on this episode. Let's address the Magneto situation. Magneto's a dude. One thing you gotta respect about him, he's a practical dude. He's logical when he needs to be. He gave Charles Xavier, he gave it a shot. And when they took out Genosha, and then another thing he had realized, it was a mutant behind it. It wasn't even like the humans. It was a mutant behind it. But when he took out Genosha, he just turned all the way up again, and like that was it. And then Charles Xavier do what he do best. He got inside that man's head, made him change his mind. He invaded his space, which I didn't respect that. He invaded his space and made him change his mind. But Magneto gonna be Magneto. He gonna go back to the way he always been. But yeah, he turned up all the way in this episode. His old ass got rogue, bro. I was tripping off of that. They that man turned all the way up in this season. But Magneto, my boy. If I was a mutant and if you had Magneto and Professor Xavier, of course I'm gonna be on the side of Magneto. Of course I am. Humans don't like us, I don't like them. But the one thing about Magneto, he get blindsided by trying to work with other villains. And in the old episode, he got blindsided. I watched some of the old episodes, not all in one, but I watched like the old stuff just in sequence on YouTube. And I saw the episode when him and Apocalypse got together, and then like Apocalypse betrayed him, but then he ended up betraying Apocalypse. So hopefully we get to see Mystique in a new episode. So, but yeah, bro, I got a lot of stuff to catch up on. Oh yeah, good room the other day too about the X-Men. I didn't get to say what I wanted to say, not in the entirety, but it was still a dope room though. Man, I'm gonna miss covering this shit. You want to see Sabretooth and Wolverine? We didn't get Sabretooth neither. That's another person we didn't get. We didn't get Sabretooth. We didn't get Juggernaut. Hopefully they get the what's the name of that group that Wolverine used to roll with? I can't remember for the life of me. The Alpha Flight. Hopefully they show the Alpha Flight again in the next season. We didn't get Sabretooth. I wanted Sabretooth. We didn't get him. We may get him and Logan going back and forth with each other again. We'll see. But yeah, we didn't get Sabretooth this time. So next time, right? So yeah, yeah, that's all I got to say, guys. I appreciate everybody that stopped in the room. The X-Men was something serious, and I had a lot of fun with it. And hopefully you did too. And I probably do like a live chat like maybe once or twice a week, just so I can kind of like cover some things I've been watching and talk about some stuff. I got a couple other things I need to work on too. I'm running like 2 YouTube pages, so I got a lot of stuff I got to do. But man, thank you everybody that came through. Lord, if you've seen this or whoever came through, Lord Vale, y'all go follow him, go subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's down in the comments below. And thank everybody for showing up and talking with me for a little minute on X-Men. It's been fun covering this, and I'm going to miss it. But, you know, we'll get to see X-Men soon. But, you know, the Deadpool thing, I'm definitely going to cover that. That's definitely going to get covered. The Deadpool joint is going to definitely get covered when I see that. I'm actually going to Cali in June for an early screening for that. So you'll see a lot more content from me. One of my coworkers said that they want a popcorn bucket, and I told them I got them. So yeah, the Deadpool and Wolverine should be good. I don't think that that's gonna put the MCU back to where it's at. I think me personally, I think Deadpool and Wolverine is just his own thing because that's more Ryan Reynolds' vehicle than Kevin Feige. Ryan Reynolds has been the driving force of Deadpool from the get-go. So he's the only person that actually cared about the lore and about the character in the comic. And that's his baby. So that's not so much a Marvel thing. It's more of like a Ryan Reynolds thing. So we'll see how they'll do, but I don't think that's gonna push Marvel back into the front. This Fantastic Four shit looks terrible. The more and more they cast in people, the more it's starting to look terrible. So we'll see how they come. But appreciate everybody for coming through. Thank y'all so much, and I will holler at y'all later. Keep watching the content, run those numbers up, and I'm gonna just, we're gonna make it fun, bro. I'm gonna just try to like make it fun. And if you want like be part of my community, join my clubhouse, follow my beacon.ai, hit the email list, and join my clubhouse room if you want to have the dialogue. That's where I be at. Or if the Cantina is a new app that's getting developed by Sean Parker. If you want to come in there, I'm in there too as well. So yeah, come in, let's talk. We Cantina, I watch movies in there, and we can all just sit down and just camp out and watch movies. So don't be a stranger. You know what I'm saying? Come through, follow me on all social media platforms. But yeah, if you want to have like direct contact with me outside of YouTube, you come on like Clubhouse or Cantina, talk with Spirit. It's all the same. So thank y'all for coming through. Appreciate it. And